Hey everybody, my name is Stephan Cardenas, a local woodwind player here in Los Angeles. I play the saxophones, clarinets, flutes, and bassoon. From 2011 till recently, I've owned two different music contracting companies, ranging from private parties, public events, to even world tours. Look out for those videos. I'll be explaining all the different instruments I play, even giving a little example, and showing off on all the different work I've done over the past almost 2 decades. Oof, 2 decades. So back in 2017, I was kind of having a rough time with life and career and direction I was going. I had just recently broken my back in a few different places. Look out for the video on that one. It's definitely deserving of a whole one. It was quite an ordeal, and it's a good story. Definitely a good story. So anyways, I was looking to kind of connect. So I started looking at the local musicians and trying to see any kind of similarities in life, and maybe people are feeling what I'm feeling and whatnot. And it seemed like I could find where they were, what kind of gigs they were doing, what kind of projects they were working on. But I couldn't find anything on like what their personal life was like. It was just more about like being a musician than being a human. And so as I was trying to find it, I realized that it didn't exist except for the, let's say, top 1% of the musicians in the world. Like if you want to find out about Arturo Sandoval, you can find out there's a ton of interviews about every kind of aspect of life. But I couldn't find for local musicians who were in the scene anything that was going on. So I decided, well, if it doesn't exist, then I'm going to make it. So I came up with the idea of Musicians Talk About. It's a series about LA-based professional musicians on how they think and feel of life in general. So for a year, I talked with dozens and dozens of musicians. I went to coffee shops and met with them. I went to their homes. I, met them all over in different places, just so I could kind of enrich the idea. Maybe by talking to them, I would get more of what I wanted, and then maybe I wouldn't be so hungry for this idea. But every time I talked to someone, it just grew and grew and grew. And I have lots of that footage of meeting with many of these musicians, so look out for that video in the future as well. And all of this meeting and planning and thinking and wanting this kind of content, I realized that if I can't find this kind of content on what I was looking for, how can I expect not only a public audience, but the next generation of musicians to be able to find this and learn from us, our mistakes, our accomplishments, everything. And so that really became a driving goal of this project, was how can I give back to the next generation? And if any of you guys know me, I'm an amazing teacher who hates teaching. So I'm kind of cursed with that, but I still want to give back. And this was a driving point of it, is like, this is how I can give back without having to go the normal route of teaching. If you're one of the many nonprofit music outreach, music education organizations out there, check out a video I'll be making, kind of reaching out to you. Would love to intermingle and see if this could be something for us to work on. All right, so fast forward to 2018, actually filming Musicians Talk About. At the time, I was meeting with my cinematographer, Cameron Lanier, who does amazing work. We were talking through lighting, to scheduling, to what equipment we were going to use. And look for his link when the video premieres. You'll find all the connections to him and everything. And then had to find the location. Like, where was I going to do this? It just, it kind of dawned on me that like everyone was doing YouTube everywhere. You didn't need to go to a studio. So I asked a couple friends if I could use their garage, because it was a really cool hang spot, like jam spot. They always had like jam sessions in there, and it was, you know, we played music. It was really fun, right? Shout out to Will Vargas and Miguel Martinez for letting me use their garage for this project. Really appreciate it. We have the location, we have the cinematographer, we have almost everything except for what is the concept going to be? What holds us all together? What is a common denominator that we all have? What is, whether you have a lot of it or a little of it, what kind of binds us all together? And that is family. Family, and how there's misconceptions and what you wish they would know about you, and how they see the industry and how you see the industry and how you can reconcile those two. I thought it was a really great concept for this first episode because it was something that's near and dear to, I want to say, my heart, but again, probably all of yours as well. So I've been watching a lot of videos at the time where there were lots of interview things where they had a three guest panel asking him all kinds of things. I'm sure you've seen those kinds of videos. That was a long time ago, so there was a lot less then. But I thought that's a great concept. I think I'm going to steal it. So I took it. And so I chose three great LA-based musicians. One, Dan Kaneyuki, kick-ass jazz saxophonist. Rachel Mellis, plays every flute under the sun. She's great. And Stephan Smith, who's not only an amazing violist, but also an award-winning composer. This is the first time that I had ever directed anything, ever produced this kind of content, and never thought I would ever be an interviewer of any kind. So I was taking on three roles that I had never done before, but I was just so passionate about that I had to do it. It didn't matter, nothing was going to stop me. It turned out to be an immensely special moment in time. I didn't care if it was released after I had experienced this, being in this garage with this lighting, in this mood, talking about very personal things that these musicians and I have never talked about. And honestly, some of their paths cross, some of them don't. You don't know any of these things about these people with their lives going on and everything. It really stuck with me that it was a time in life that I wanted to cherish, and I didn't want to monetize it per se. Looking back, I realize this is hard to just come out and say, but I think the center definitely was that it was beautiful. I loved it, and I didn't want it to become ruined by how things are ruined when money is involved or deadlines become a thing. The center was there, but it was covered in this fear of being rejected. If you know me, you know that I don't care what anyone thinks. So this was very crippling for me, and I justified it by living in that warm bubble of, this is mine. I love what this was. It's not for anyone else but us who were there. Definitely selfish, for sure. But hey, it's coming out now. This year, I decided to untether myself, to unshackle myself, and just release all the things that I've always been afraid of showing or having other people look at. So yeah, this Musicians Talk About series that's coming out is at the mercy of the audience, just as long as you guys share this experience with me and feel that special place as well. Thanks for watching the video. I'm going to be putting out so much more content. I have January 24th. January 24th is when the video is going to be coming out. Look for it. It's also my birthday. I am going to be 42 years old. That's what I meant. Time flies by. Yeah, January 24th. Check it out. I'll have everything ready. So that day, click, share, link, share, blah, 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 all that fun stuff we all know. We don't need to say it all the time. We'll probably have some things here and things there or whatnot. But yeah, thanks again, guys. And be on the lookout for more content to come. See ya.